Hello crafters, this is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I'm here with more cards from the Spellbinders Christmas Flourish Collection designed by Becca Feeken. And I had shown you guys using these two dies, Let It Snow A2 card front and Noel mini slimline frame. Still loving this frame, tell you. That one, ooh, yeah. I had shown you guys this when I did the introductory video, but I didn't play with it. Now I have. This one is All Hearts Come Home, A2 card front. Love. So two of them are like A2 card fronts here. The Snowman and the All Hearts Come Home. Then the next one is that mini slimline, which I keep using it beyond a mini slimline. So this one just has so much possibilities. And then there is the Merry Flourish, with that wonderful Christmas and the drop-in with all the Flourish goodness. There is another die in this set. I was not sent this one to play with. I was sent these 4 die sets to play with from Spellbinders, but I was not sent this one. This one I went ahead and purchased. This one is called Flourished Ornament Slimline. Love. Now here on the photograph, I know it's all blown out because everything is looking like the background, but this one is like, hello. Super duper sweet. And if you love slimline, this one fits the bill. 8.5 inch tall. It's going to be 3.5 inch wide. So you get a frame. Then you get that lovely drop-in, reminiscent of Fluted Classics. Fluted Classics will have that straight line. This one comes in at an angle, but the same dot detail. Love. Here now we get some ornaments. 2 sizes. We get a big one and like a medium-sized one. There's a little string, so you get that string element. Love that too. And then you get drop-ins to decorate your ornaments and toppers and bottoms of the ornament like that. I'm going to play with this one, but I just wanted to show you that I did haul this one. And this up here, that's, what is that? And sometimes I'm like, what is what? I'm not sure what. This one could be probably like a middle design, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I'll figure that one out. 1 3/4 inch. And then the second circle, 1.5. Super cute. And a lot of these drop-ins do have like, it's a 2-piece. If you struggle with lining up that 2-piece, just use some of Spellbinders yellow tape to hold it, because that holds really well. Like more than likely you're going to see me having yellow tape with either these 2 or all 3 of these pieces right here. And they give you an inner frame as well. So you have options to layer up like this, or turn this into a shaker. Yeah. You put all 3 pieces. You have the frame. You put that back. That's the back of the shaker. Done. So this can turn into like a slimline shaker with ornaments, all sorts of good stuff. So super pretty. Great job, Becca. All right, now let's go into what I made with the remaining 2. But I just had to show you that because it is part of her full collection, Christmas Flourish. So before, we always got to start with the before, don't we? Just to remind you, if you didn't see the video, I did this one and this one. So that's the frame, the mini frame. This is a stitch die. This is something different on top of that mini frame. Here is that Snowman A2. Here now is the Noel mini slimline. And the reason I did another version was I had only used it just for the frame on this one with the stitching. This time I went the die, meaning Noel is here with all this little goodness, and it does cut out well. And I did it in white glitter. And then I used all 3 bits too. I did the inner label, then the dots, that outer label, and I put it this time black cardstock, matte gold cardstock, and then black, and then the florals. On this one I used in the background Spellbinders 3D embossing folder. This one is called Dimensional Diamonds. Love. With this you would use Spellbinders universal plate system to help emboss this nice thick 3D embossing folder. And this time, normally the diamonds run this way. So normally, you know, everybody does it more vertical, and I could have done it just like this, vertical. But I turned it sideways. It doesn't bother me. Yes, it stretches out the diamond, but does it really bother you? I don't think it bothers me at all. I'm loving using it landscape as well. This is a 5x7 card. This is an oversized embossing folder, 5.5 inch wide, 8.5 inch tall. So you just turn it sideways and it's all good. Love that. I was testing out other embossing folders that it doesn't matter the orientation, but it wasn't giving me the look like this particular embossing folder. I love this one for elegant cards. The dimensional diamonds. Let me prove it. So I've used dimensional diamonds 2 other ways. Love it on this card, love it on this card. So that's a great embossing folder. This is with Spellbinders Winter Welcome Sled, Welcome Winter Sled. I know, I always mix up the name, but look how elegant this is. Even turned sideways. So now here you see it going in the one direction. And notice this time too, what I also did different. This is the back of it. This is the reverse, just to quiet down the quilted effect. So this is the front of the embossing. This is the deboss. So you see the difference? And then I turned it sideways. Look at that, another use for it, and it's still an elegant embossing folder. It's like, it's simple, but like I said before, in its simplicity, it just gives that elegance. Dimensional diamonds. Maybe it gives the elegance because it has the name diamonds and it is diamonds. It could be that. So this is it. Forward embossed. With the deboss, it gives more of a quilted effect. You see it? Still loving these cards. Oh yes, oh yes. And that's the express train, the arches. Oh. I still get giddy over past cards. Here. I tell you, I love this, but I just had to, because I used up so much of the background with this one, I did want to show it to you in its true form. Yes, let's say that, the true form. And then here, I love how you get the cluster to then put in the foliage. So that gives you the shape, and I just did dark green cardstock, lighter shade of green, and then the red. Normally, I would have just done gem, 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 but this time what I did those little circles in red cardstock, and then I popped on the tiniest of the opal gems. And this is Spellbinders Opal Gems, I think it's 108 gems in the pack. Love, that's the tiniest size. Here is the opal gems on both. This is another elegant touch for dark cardstock. The opal gems, look at that. Here it is on navy, here it is on black, and here it is on mahogany cardstock. Opal gems. You see how good it is? Fantastic price point and fantastic effect. Look at that. 3 elegant cards, 2 with the same embossing folder, darker shades, and this one came together 2 seconds. Like, this was not a hard one to make. It's not super involved, but this is clean, elegant, to the point Christmas card. This one, now I'm looking at it, this one could translate into a masculine card. Because of all the black and the gold and just the Noel. If you wanted to change that Noel maybe to matte silver, that could work. Or bring in the gold. But I think the gold against the black with so much, yeah, I like the little contrast by bringing in, you know, a different colorway. But this is definitely a nice masculine card. I just noticed that. I didn't notice it before. But now that I've been thinking about masculine cards, this one fits the bill. And the stitching die. This one, out the park winner, Joy. Stitched Joy. Moving on. My next example. Okay, I went over the top with this one. I know. I did. I couldn't stop. This one is the All Hearts Come Home. And I didn't use the All Hearts Come Home here, but I did use the banner. I used the 4 Christmas with the die set. And then took out, these are the florals, I believe, from Welcome Winter Sled. See? Right there. And this is also from that same. So all the die sets that come with those little floral bits, play with them, because this is a different shape of poinsettia only found in this die set, which is a runaway hit. Comes with the skates, come with the sled and the florals. Yeah, this just beyond. These 2 are holiday blooms, but most of this, all winter welcome. So winter welcome is here. And I did use, in this instance, I used the crystal mix gems here. These little white bits, though, that's diamond dots. And diamond dots is what you use for diamond painting. Those little dots that you use to make the little puzzle, you can get in your craft store with the hearts here with the tree. But this one came together relatively easy. I mean, for all of the die cutting and the paper piecing, these paper piece back, no problem for the tree. The hearts, separate, so you can use the heart somewhere else. The presents. Now the presents I was going to build back, but I decided to, I was getting busy. So I just covered up that. And if you're in a rush and you don't want to have to piece this out, just put the banner over it, which is what I did here. Does it bother you? It doesn't bother me in the least. Here, white glitter cardstock, blue glitter cardstock for the sky, the house, The house, I did piece in back all those little dots. I know, I was torturing myself, but I think it turned out cute. So you can see the difference between the red. It's kind of supposed to be like a log cabin, and it does have that heart in the middle, okay? It does cut that heart out. So I did put the heart back in this colorway, that sort of a pinky mauve color. There is Santa with the reindeer. And then I kind of ran away with these little star things. I know. It was looking plain without it, then I think I put too many of them. This now I got from, but I know it's from a Spellbinders die set. I will put a link below then for it if you're interested in this type of shape. I just can't remember what set it's from, but I wanted little stars. And then I did it in white glitter, and then I put the little diamond dots in the center. Crystal gems up here, and a crystal gem there. The A2 card. Thank goodness I didn't do the house bright, right? But I love this card anyway. Super cute. And I love how the green cardstock. This is Spellbinders Fern. F-E-R-N. Fern cardstock. Love. I mean, look at that shade of green. Love. Cute, cute, cute. Lastly, I played with the Merry Flourish. So with Merry Flourish, I did not emboss the background. And it was bothering me, but I didn't do it because I had the foil. And I knew if I stuck the foil on the embossed background, it was going to look all, you know, it wasn't going to sit down flat. So I decided to go plain. So this is like super plain for me. I even tried to jazz it up using the silver gems, but I did incorporate one ornament on it. So for me, this is like, again, clean. I realize clean cards are not easy for me to make, but I do appreciate them. That's another one I have to get comfortable in that lane. Comfortable in the clean card lane and comfortable in the masculine card lane. There is the Merry, and I did the drop in. I could have changed the colorway here in the middle because she does give you that cut apart there. Like you could piece it back together, and everything in here is contained. Like you could piece in all these bits and do a drop in with the Merry. The Christmas is fantastic, so this can go just beyond this die set. You can use it for everything. And those ornaments. Now you could do the ornaments. She did give you an option here. She put the little ornaments hanging off, but I decided to go with the runaway hit from Joka. This one is Nordic ornaments. Love. And I think the Nordic with this, fabulous. Even if I had cropped it here, I could have cropped the card there and done that too. And taken off the Christmas. Love the flourish. Love that sentiment. And then it played well with the Nordic ornaments. Now this, flying off the shelves. I'll put a link. This one is Winter Tales. I will put a link for Winter Tales, but you know, just ask to be notified if something is sold out. It has been moving quickly, a lot, especially the florals. I had to purchase the florals, so I know that it was moving. It was in, out, in, out. But this one is the ornament, and I love the ornament with this set. I think it works well with that Merry Flourish. It could work well too with just the Christmas too. Here I just tied some DMC dark silver metallic thread. But I do have it on a navy background. All right, crafters. So to wrap up my Christmas Flourish cards, all of them, all good. In this one, the clean card worked. In this one, if I was to redo it, I would redo it a little bit different. But I can still see something in here. This one just by far my favorite because of the stitching and everything and the embossing folder and that frame. Just love, 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 love. But I'm not mad at it this way either. So both ways, fabulous. The house, super fun. And the little snowman, tons of fun because you can move your snowman from just this globe look. He can also go into different things. He can play in here. He could play here. You could put the snowman here. He could he play with this? Probably right here. And then have Merry Christmas and have the snow. So you see how her set keeps playing too? Just like Simon Hurley's too. Joyful Christmas Collection. Yeah, so don't think because you purchase something in a collection that it's right here. You know, play. Just like how I brought in the stitching in this. It's all good. Alrighty, crafters, until the next video. Stay crafty, my friends. Check out the links below for the Christmas Flourish. Also a little bit of Winter Tales. And see that I mentioned Simon working with this too. I'll put it into the Joyful Christmas Collection. Alrighty, crafters. Bye.